Welcome back to Courtside Comparisons presented by NerdWallet. We're here for this season's episode 1 with Ricky Council the Fourth. Ricky Council the Fourth, which game do you think we're going to be breaking down sitting here at Summer League?
If I could guess, it would be the OKC game.
And that was your first competitive run in how long?
Oh, wow. Probably G League.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how good did it feel to get out there and do what you did? Let me remind the people first how well Ricky played in his first competitive run of the summer. 29 points, 8 rebounds, 9 for 18 from the field, 5 for 10 from 3, 6 for 7 from the line. The fourth quarter alone, 19 points, 5 for 6 from deep. Not a bad stat line.
Not a bad stat line at all. I mean, it was just good to get back out there and play on the NBA court at that. Playing in a high elevation in Utah, so it was definitely good to be back out there.
You mentioned high elevation. How much do you actually notice that as a player when you get started?
Well, we practiced 2 or 3 times before our first game, so the first 2 I pretty much felt it, and then that Sunday before the Monday, I really didn't feel it. So, yeah, when it got time for game time, it didn't affect me as much.
All right, fair enough. We're going to dive straight into the fourth quarter, and we're just going to break down the fourth quarter. So I want you to watch it. Tell us this is not the first time you've done this, so tell us what you're seeing, who's relevant at any given time, and then we can always rewind and go through stuff individually. So you want to just play it through first? Mm-hmm. And you can control it too. You're a second-year player, so you can pause. You can stop start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it for you.
Okay, so Bona set me an amazing screen here to get me open. This was, I think, my first 3 of the game. I wasn't shooting it as well, but that was a good start. He didn't step up close enough. Boom, second one. Had the space, had the confidence. This was the third one. This felt really good. Just hit 2 in a row. Still didn't step up close enough. Let it go. It was super hype, as you can see.
I've never seen you that hype. What went into that?
Oh, it was a lot that went into that. A lot of emotion, a lot of it was just a lot because, a lot of people don't think I can shoot. Been working really hard this summer every day with Rico Hines and T. Murray for the Sixers development. So it felt great. 3 in a row. Honestly, something I haven't really done much in my career. I mean, I've never prided myself on, I really didn't care if I wasn't a shooter. I knew I was a good overall basketball player. So for me to be able to knock down 3 in a row and show everybody, that was definitely a good feeling.
And a good example of the type of basketball, too, with this one that your head coach is asking you to play. Swinging around, multiple passes, good to great type of situation, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, a lot of emotion in that one. In this one, great play by Jeff. I was still hot, and it was deep. At the buzzer, had to shoot it. Still feeling it.
How good does that feel when you're left alone? And the closeout was it wasn't that.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Had to get it up, had to shoot it, and I knocked it down. Now this one, off the dribble, ball screen, something we've also been working on all summer. I was just in the groove. May or may not have shot that if I didn't hit all those threes before, but I was in the groove and I was feeling it.
Who taught you that little move right there?
You probably want me to say Reese, huh?
Dang, already in mid-season form. Not if it's not true.
I mean, I watched a lot of Reese, obviously. I watched a lot of him, and, he does moves like this all the time. Might look a little better than that, but that was my little touch to it.
He's had a little more practice. It's okay.
For sure.
It's
for
okay.
Sure. And this one, Judah, nice little pitch action. Came down, was super hype. And at that point, I felt invincible at the moment. Just at the moment, though. Nice open lane cleared up. Stared at the camera a little bit.
Hamming it up a little bit in year 2.
For sure.
Is there more of an awareness as a second-year player of like, okay, this is the team, this is the opponent, there's the scorer's table, here are the cameras, there's the Jumbotron. Like you kind of know the surroundings in a different way?
Yes, but actually, I was struggling that whole Utah series to find the scores. Like, I think it was like...
Oh, like up on the big boards.
Yeah, I'm like, where is it? Like, what is the score?
Okay, well, now when you guys go back to Utah in the regular season, you're going to be able to
right
get
off the
everybody's
bat.
attention.
Right off the bat.
Tell me, obviously, you have become known for these explosive dunks. Like, you have a very in-depth dunk package, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you pride yourself on being able to do the thing for the whole fourth quarter that people said you couldn't do, and then capitalize at the end, put a little exclamation mark on it?
Yeah,
like this.
Like you say, everybody knows me for my athleticism and me playing hard and whatnot. So being able to knock down all those threes and show my shooting ability and then finish it off with what everybody knows I can already do. I mean, it was just an all-around special performance.
So everybody within the Sixers organization certainly knows. But do you want to be in the dunk contest, Ricky Council?
Well, I gave a quote a couple months ago,
Uh-huh.
and I'm still standing on it, that I will already be there for the All-Star game. So if that's going to be the Rising Star, that's going to be the main All-Star game. We don't know yet, but I will be there, so I'll gladly do the dunk contest.
And did you, as you became the player that you are now, you've talked about, you're known for your athleticism, explosiveness. Do you think about potentially going, like, how much does a player think about doing the dunk contest one day when you know how good you are at it?
Personally, I've never been that great with dunk contests.
Okay.
I'm more of a in-game dunker, I would say. But if I do, which is the plan, I will be ready. I'll have some dunks up my sleeve.
Do you have any favorite, whether it's from a dunk contest or an in-game situation, like players that stand out to you as dunk inspiration?
Like in-game?
Either, yeah. Like who stands out to you as someone that paved the way for the dunkers of today?
Oh, paved the way? Jordan, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Jordan. Dunking on people, doing all types of creative one hand in the air, pumping, all that. Dominique, I grew up watching a lot of older players. So Dominique Wilkins too, for sure. Human highlight reel. And then I go for Zach LaVine, and then coming up we got Ant. So it's a lot of guys that paved the way, and definitely trying to make my mark as well.
Growing up watching basketball with Ricky's 1, 2, and 3, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Who were the players that inspired you most as a kid when you were growing into the player you've become today?
Well, I'm going to keep saying it, and people's going, oh, you didn't grow up watching Michael Jordan. I did, because my dad had all the tapes and DVDs, so he had full games, he had little highlights, he had it all. So I grew up watching a lot of Michael Jordan, and I'm going to stand on that forever. And then Kevin Durant has been my other favorite player. I say Michael Jordan for the old, Kevin Durant for the new. He's been my favorite player since I was probably in middle school. So been watching him too. So yeah.
You alluded to some goals that you might have for this season that might come around in February. What are your other goals for year 2 as a 76er?
Main goal, I just want to crack the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed last year not playing, honestly. I wasn't playing consistently, but I really enjoyed it because I got to learn a lot on the bench, learn a lot in practice, and just learn a lot being around the guys. So I really enjoyed that for my first year, but now I'm trying to be in the rotation, play every game, and just be the guy who my coaching staff wants me to be.
On the first day of Summer League, you told me that you wanted to be a vet for this Summer League team that's able to teach young guys, that's able to set an example. That was nearly 2 weeks ago. You guys have spent a lot of time together. What has taking on a leadership role for the first time as a pro been like?
No, it's been amazing, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job with it. Guys are coming up to me, guys are asking me questions left and right, and I feel like I'm leading them in the right way. I always felt like I've been a different type of leader. I mean, I see us with leaders on every team, and I just feel like I'm always one, I can joke around, I can goof around, but when it's time to be serious, it's always time to be serious and put the work in, and that's why I feel like I had that great balance between two. So guys come to me, ask me questions, I feel like I'm talking on the court, telling guys where to go, telling guys where to be. So, I mean, it's been an amazing experience. I feel like a lot of that talking and leadership helped us last night. I was just telling the guys before the game, I said, I really don't care. And it really happened how I said. I said, I really don't care. I just want to win this game. It was a nasty win, but we won, and it put us in a great position to hopefully be in the Final Four for the championship.
And of course, you're referring to Sixers, Timberwolves, to put things in context, a close game. You said it was a little messy, but y'all really grinded it out. 40 free throws made last night?
Crazy.
How much do you pride yourself on being able to shoot those? We saw you do it as a rookie, even in big late game scenarios. I'm thinking about Cleveland, San Antonio. You hit some really big free throws this year. How much do you pride yourself in being able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, it really started at Arkansas, honestly, if I want to be honest. Didn't really focus on being able to draw fouls, but Coach Eric Musselman, now at USC, but it was my coach at Arkansas. He made me realize that was a skill. And once I realized that, I'm like, wow, it really is, being able to get to the line consistently every time you drive in the hole. So, I mean, I hit some big free throws against Kansas, and then it kind of just carried on after that for being a guy who's able to get to the line and knock down big free throws.
I noticed you mentioned it, you were very vocal with your, especially rookies, in that win over Minnesota here in Las Vegas. Jared McCain, Adem, Bona, they've garnered a big fan base in Philadelphia already. It seems like they're doing all the right things, presenting really well, working really hard. Infectious personalities, actually, on both of them. How would you describe your two rookies? What makes you laugh?
Nah, it's just they're some good guys. There's some good guys. I'm gonna start with Bona. He's very, very hardworking, very strong, very athletic. I think I told him, it was the first day I worked out with him in Philly. I said, yeah, you're gonna make a lot of money one day. Just how hard he plays and how athletic he is, and he's really not that tall to be a center. He's like.
He's 6'8",
6'8",
listed at least, yeah. But his presence is bigger,
yeah,
right?
His presence
For sure.
is much bigger. He plays much bigger than 6'8". He blocks shots. He has a very quick twitch, so he dunks it really quick. So, I mean, he has a really bright future, and is a really good guy off the court as well. And then we all know Jared, so I don't really have to speak much on him. He great personality, funny guy, really, really good person.
Did anything surprise you about Jared? Because a lot of people had a familiarity with him before he got here.
Surprised me about Jared? No, not yet. I don't know. He's a funny guy. And I enjoy playing with him though. He's always in attack mode. Has a really beautiful shot, and it hasn't been falling as much as I know he would like for it to at this point, but I know he's going to hit some big shots in the future for Summer League and definitely with the Sixers, so looking forward to that.
Well, it's a good thing he has some good young vets like yourself, Ricky Council. Thank you so much for joining us on today's Courtside Comparisons presented by NerdWallet.
Show that bling.
Oh, stop. Stop this. Ricky, thank you so much.
Of course.